Hello Wargamers, it's me Callum from TableTopBanter, and today we have another video for you. So, as you can tell by the title, we're going to talk Age of Sigmar again. I know that's been something that's been in the channel quite a lot lately. I've been super excited by the fantasy figures and that kind of exploring something a little bit different. So, today's video is going to be about maximising your boxes, getting the most out of the fantasy box sets and stuff like that when you start an army off, because the important thing for Harry and I was that we didn't want to spend too much money straight away. We kind of wanted to test the water, so we bought a box each. We made a custom character. That became one of the character models, and then we had a unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very shortly show you a couple of minis, well, 5 exactly, from the 5 different units I have out of 2 boxes. This is really, really helpful because it means that I get a bit of variety, I get to test the water on a lot of new things, and at the end of the day, I get to build up some cool units that are a little bit different. Not your standard run-of-the-mill ones, you know, and that's kind of exciting for me. So, without any more delay or me blabbering on, let's go and have a look at the other camera and the minis. All right, so here they are. Here are 5 minis. You can tell the 3 from the middle are from the same box and the one on either end. So, what I've done is I've bought 2 boxes for my Wood Elf Age of Sigmar army, or whatever they're called now, the Wanderers. I'm still using the Wood Elf's free PDF compendium because that's a bit easier for me. But in the very middle there with the white cloaked hat is my Glade Lord. I did to make the Glade Lord, I raised them on the base, raised her on the base. I gave a blue tint to the sword, and I gave a couple of things a bit of gold. So this is it's my Glade Lady. And you've seen her in a separate video from the Glade Guard video series I started, which was Gathering the Glade. Now, to the left of her is a Glade Guard, just a standard Glade Guard. And for this, what I've done is I've taken the Glade Guard set and I've built them out as normal, but I have not included any hooded helmets except for the champion, just for a bit of differentiation. So yeah, the non-hooded helmets are my Glade Guard, and to the right, with the red gauntlets and the hood, we have a Waywatcher. So the idea being they're kind of stealthier. The Waywatcher models, I was trying to find some, and they're just not that good. I think they're called Waywatchers. But to have a group of them, they do all look the same, because the only one I can find at the moment is just metal. So I thought it'd be cooler to have a couple of different poses, use the Glade Guard kit, and just give them the hoods, and give them the gauntlets, the red gauntlets, and there you go, something a bit different. So those 3 all came from the same box, and you can see here for £20.50 I've got 3 different units, and that gets me a few different things to try, and I like that. I like that kind of, I get to try different things using it now. Now, on the ends, on the bookends of this group of 5, you can see some dryads. Now, the one on the far right is a dryad, and the one on the far left is my conversion of a branch wraith. So you can see here, I'm just going to twist it a bit so you get a better look. I have blended some blue, sort of OSL style thing, onto this mini to make it look like it's casting a spell. So it could be Arcane Bolt, it could be a Mystic Shield or whatever. But I basically wet blended the blue into the brown, so it kind of looked organic, so as if she was casting a spell. And I've also done the skull in that kind of glowing blue to really symbolise that as well. What else have I done? I put something on the base, and I made sure that I uniquely posed it so there were no similar dryads. So I made sure the arms and the thing, mainly the head and the tree coming out of her back, I made sure they were very unique to this model, so there were none like it, and this meant that it was very, very easy to distinguish as a character model. So what I'm trying to say is, here I have 2 box sets. The total I spent on these 2 would have been actually from GW as well, so that would have been £40.50, which is very, no, sorry, £45.50, and that's very unlike me. Normally I will shop online, but they're kind of a I'm in town anyway sort of purchase. And for that I've gotten to have 2 heroes and 3 different units, which is just awesome. I know they're all smaller than big units of the same thing, but it also means you get to explore the painting a little bit differently. You get to just enjoy it a little bit more. You know, there's less pressure on just painting 15 of the same guys. Now this obviously only really works for me personally if I am buying a box of 16, because I almost see that as one left over, which means I'll be able to well, basically, I can have 15 of the unit, or a 10 and a 5 in the case of my Glade Guard and Way Watchers, and one left over as a hero. Oh, excuse me. And this means that I don't have an odd number knocking around. Like, I don't have 14 Glade Guard and a Glade Lord. I've got 15 Glade Guard and a Glade Lord, which is much nicer for me. Obviously, a lot of people probably don't mind about that, but I do quite like that kind of sticking within the multiples of the original amount sort of thing. Anyway, this video is starting to drag on a little bit, so I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your comments in the description below. No, not in the description, in the comments bit below. Is this something you've tried before? Is it something you're considering? Do you like the idea? And also, do you think my conversions stand out enough? I think the branch rate looks pretty cool with the blue hand casting a magic spell. But I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. And as ever, 2 links in the description below. The first one is to the TableTopBanter blog page, and the second to the Legion of Gamza Facebook page. And that's everything. So thank you very much for watching. It's been me, Callum from TableTopBanter. Don't forget, have fun.